Hi everyone, I'm Carol Keller, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Illinois in the United States. Thanks for joining me today. I've been playing with pattern paper. Stampin' Up! Is having a wonderful sale this month on our designer series or our pattern papers. And so I have been doing a lot of playing with them and trying to change things up a little bit, which I did today too, and I'll explain as we go along. I'm going to turn my camera around so that we can get started. So like I said, I've been playing with pattern paper. These past couple days I've been playing with the Pansy Petals designer series paper. I'm going to show you that first. It is gorgeous. Lots of pansies, of course, hence the name. But I did also want to show you, I love that on the back side of our designer series paper, there are usually more neutrals, as there are with this set. And we're definitely going to use some of those today. We're going to use the Scalloped Contours dies again. I love these. I've been using these for everything, and it really just sparked an idea that I had today, so that's what we're going to use. And we're also using the Playful Alphabet dies on the scrapbook page. These are also fabulous. Whoops, there we go. I love this because it gives you a couple of some of the more popular letters, P, A, E, T, L, so it's really nice. And going along with the paper, which we're using, the stamp set, is the Pansy Patch bundle, which is the Pansy Patch stamp set. And these are the dies, which we're not using today, but they are gorgeous, layering, making beautiful pansies. But we are going to use the stamp set. All right, let me get all of this out of the way. Or I'm using the stamp set, I should say, for the card, because I did make a card and a scrapbook page. I decided, all right, let's do one of each again. So this is the scrapbook page. I wanted to use my designer series papers, and I actually used 6 of them. So half of them for this layout. Obviously the 4 in the corners, one for this layer, and then another one for the letters. My husband and I went on vacation to Yosemite and to Napa at the beginning of June with another couple. And so I thought, okay, let's do some scrapbook pages so that I can put my pictures in there, obviously, from our trip. So this is what we're going for. But I also, using some different papers, made a card. And this is the card. So I used the same idea on the layout, 4 different papers, a 5th one for the bottom die, and then there's just not a 6th one because I didn't cut out any letters. I stamped instead, happy birthday, put some of the paper on the back of the envelope, which I love to do, and stamped on the front and on the inside. So if you prefer a card, it's the same exact process. Oh, and I added a little bit of ribbon. I made it look like a little package. And because this die cut, let me see, I do have one here I can show you. This die cut is wonderful. It has slits so that you can put the ribbon through. So I slid one through here, and then on the side it actually has 2 different ones. So I slid one through here and then put the bow actually on top of this label. I did that separately just so it looks like a little gift. So that was my idea for that. So again, you can do a card or a scrapbook page. You can use whichever. These are all papers from the same set. These are 5 different ones from the ones I used on the scrapbook page. And then actually, as an added bonus, I wanted to show that even a set of flower designer series papers, guess what? You can use it even for a masculine page. So this one I didn't title yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but this is just one using what I consider to be more masculine papers, 3 of them that come in that set, because there's one here, and then I just used the same ones in the opposing corners, all in the greens. I think that's a very masculine looking one. So I'm going to get started with the scrapbook page, and I did do some of the prep work in advance. So I started adhering, but all you're going to do is cut 4, we're going to go this way, 4 different designer series papers from that one paper pack, and they're all 6 by 6 because I'm laying them out on a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So all I did for the first two is the same thing I'm going to do for these two, is grab my green glue or my multi-purpose liquid glue. That's the easiest thing to use. You can use your Stampin' Seal, but this allows for enough wiggle room so that you can make sure your placement is good. So I'm just aligning it with that, the top and the side and the bottom. That's why you want to use the multi-purpose liquid glue, because you really want to make sure it's very straight. And if you need to move it, the glue gives you time to do that because it takes a few minutes to dry. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. And same thing if you were making the card. The dimensions for the card would be 2 3/4 inches. Well, here, let me put this on and then I'll show you. It'll be easier if you see it. And make sure if it's directional, you don't put it upside down. That is important as well. And that last piece fits right in there. So if you're doing the card, the measurements are 2 1/8 by 2 3/4 for all 4 of these. And if you're using an A4 card, it would be 5.3 centimeters this way by 7.5 this way. And that's the size that you have to cut your pattern papers, all 4 the same size. So that makes it easier. All I'm going to do now is I die cut again from that Scalloped Contours dies using another piece of pattern paper. From the set, I cut that out because I thought it coordinated nicely. And then I cut out my letters from the Playful Alphabet, and I've put most of them down just because it's tedious and you didn't have to watch me just doing them all, but I will show you my process. I put an adhesive sheet on the back of a different pattern paper. I have it here. Where did it go? I kept it aside so that I could, oh, here it is, so that I could show you what I did. I put an adhesive strip on the back, so I cut out a 2-inch section, and then I just die cut the letters, and I did do them in order. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but it says Yosemite 2021, and then it says Napa 2021, so that the colors I knew would coordinate because they would follow the line of the paper. You don't really have to do that. I just decided to do it for this. So like I said, there's an adhesive sheet on the back. So all you have to do when you're laying them down is to take your pick tool, and you're going to hold it almost parallel to the table and just make a little indentation to pick up that adhesive strip off the back. And I usually lay them down just at the bottom until I know that I'm happy with the position. Like that one looks a tiny bit crooked. And then the same thing with the number 1, and place it. And you can't see, but I'm actually standing up to do this to make sure that it's straight. That one is looking crooked. Come on. See, I told you it was a little tedious. Nope, it's still looking a little crooked to me. I think it needs to be moved over. That looks good. And then once you have your placement, kind of burnish a little bit with your fingers to help that adhesive to stick. I did that with these already. And now all I'm going to do is take my Stampin' Seal. I think we'll do it this way. Put some on the back. Ooh, that was crooked. All right. And layer it with this one. And again, I'm standing up so I can make sure it's straight. And then doing the same thing on the back of this one. So this is a very quick project today. Once you prep it, it really is fast. And then center it. I thought about adding flowers, but I didn't necessarily, you know, pansies don't necessarily go. We didn't see pansies on the trip, that kind of thing. It's just more background. And I did like the papers that I used because they showed not just pansies, but flowers in general. And I did take some pictures at Yosemite of some of the flowers there, so it would work nicely on this page. Although, I will probably do several pages. And then obviously I did not do it yet because I want to fit them to the size of my paper, but I will use mats in some of these colors. Evening Evergreen, the dark one. This is Soft Succulent. The lightest one is Soft Seafoam. And then we have lovely lipstick, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, looks like maybe a little bit of Blackberry Bliss. So I can pick up whatever colors maybe from the photos or from the papers to map my photos when I put them down. That is what I'm going to do. So, and the only other thing, if you're doing the card, I did bump this label up, this die cut with Stampin' Dimensionals. And like I said, I added the ribbon. Those are the only differences between the two projects, and that I used obviously the die cut letters here and not on the card. But those are the projects for today. Let me know what you think. And I did change it up a little bit I decided I cut this one first, the soft succulent, and then I decided to try and see what it looks like with the Fresh Freesia for this layer. So let me know which one you like better. I think they both kind of have their advantages. It just pulls up, you know, different colors from the pattern paper. So I do think a lot of it is personal preference, but definitely put in the comments which one you like better. And don't forget to take advantage of the wonderful Designer Series paper sale that's going on this month. Contact me to place an order. Because I myself got happy mail today. I got my new catalogs in the mail. Starting next month, we have a celebration going on for August and September. And we also have a new mini catalog that starts in August and goes through December, the end of December. So I just got those today, very exciting. And I will be ordering them, of course, for those of you who would like one. So if you're my customer and you'd like to be my customer and you need a catalog, let me know. That'll be a couple of weeks out. I'll be handing those out. So lots of fun things going on. I like getting happy mail myself. But that's it, an easy project, and I love that you can do it for a card or a scrapbook page. So I hope that sparks some ideas for you, how to use your paper. As you know, some of you know, I tend to be a paper hoarder, so I wanted to find lots of ways to use it up this month since we have our wonderful sale. So hopefully you like the projects, and I will see you again soon, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.